Alrighty, people. I'm looking down because I'm not on my selfie stick that I normally use, but I want to make a video regarding reevaluating your training. Whenever you are working out and you notice that there's some flaws in your programming currently, never be afraid to reevaluate stuff. So what I do when I see a flaw, I sit and write stuff down what I'm currently doing, and then after I write down the stuff that I'm currently doing, I look at maybe what the problem is, and I think a little bit before I write up another kind of scratch sheet of what the workout week should look like. So my main goal currently is to bring up those pause squats, to hit the 405 beltless 2-second pause squat. That's my main goal. But I made a discovery and a mistake at the same time with those Hatfield Bulgarian split squats, and those things tore up my glutes. Like I said, still a little bit sore. Wasn't able to do squat variation today. But that has pretty much told me in a way what I need to be working on, and also the fact that I'm also kind of overtraining on some other accessory movements. Now that's something you have to watch out for in your programming. If you feel like you're doing too much core accessories or too much curls and stuff like that, that could be hindering, your main lifts. Sometimes, I've had some passion workouts where I just like to put my heart and soul on it. But sometimes that's, a double-edged sword, and that can beat up your recovery. So what we're looking at in terms of reevaluating things is we're still keeping the same focus, but we're just tweaking a few things to make things more logical. I'm thinking back to the fact that I've had my best results bench pressing twice a week. And that's what we're doing currently to bring up a bench as well. But with squatting, I've done 3-day-a-week sessions for a while, which in all honesty I think could be slightly overkill. And I'll show you what I mean. Especially when I add up the volume that I do on accessories and stuff like that in one workout on Monday. And I think that having that long of a workout is somewhat draining. So it's always, never be afraid to reevaluate your programming, look at things that are going wrong, and fix them. A lot of people don't write down their workouts. I recommend that you do. Whenever possible, write down your workouts. So what we're looking at with our reevaluation of training, we're looking at on Monday, our first workout of the week, doing a top set on pause squats. Usually a 1 to 3 rep set, or 1 to 5 rep set. Usually a working single. Sometimes we might do another one if we do the 10-second pause squat. But we're looking at one top set on the pause squat. And then we're going to do a top set on the conventional deadlift, including from a deficit. Now we're going to start doing those. Actually, this Friday we're going to do a top single from a 4-inch deficit, because I need to get some pulling back in there, and that's another one of my main goals, to probably improve on both of the big three with squats being paused, which is somewhat of a tweak just because I want to hit that goal. So Monday we're looking at a top set of pause squats, a top set of conventional deadlift, could be from a deficit, and then quad and ham accessories via Bulgarian split squat, via Romanian deadlift, you name it, like that sort of stuff. The Hatfield Bulgarian split squat obviously could be a go-to choice. Lunges could be a go-to choice. Also, the Nordic hip hinge, Nordic leg curl, good mornings, hyperextensions, you name it, quad and ham accessories. Could also be obviously more squatting, more back off sets of squats, pause squats, following those 2 top sets. Could be a couple sets of pause squatting of like maybe a 10 rep set or something like that, or maybe 2 sets of 5 or 3 sets of 5, or anyways, I'm rambling. So Monday's going to conclude a top set of pause squats, a top set of conventional deadlift, and quad and ham accessories. The next day, Tuesday, will be bench press volume, like I'm doing the 10 by 3. Focus on technique and increasing weight at the same time. Okay, and that's going to be after that volume bench pressing, which I like to use the small off rep schemes like 10 by 3, for example. After I'm done with that, go to tricep and shoulder accessories, tricep push downs, upright rows, side laterals, dumbbell shoulder presses, etc. And then Wednesday, this is where the real tweaker is going to come in, where I would normally squat again. I'm going to say the heck with squatting and do upper back and also curls, shrugs, and traps with some calves and some weighted carries. Now, this is where things change a bit in my programming. Having no squatting on the Wednesday, so no more squatting 3 times a week during this phase. I think this is going to be optimal because I'm going to be able to really focus, have kind of like a hypertrophy day for the upper back, like I did today because I couldn't squat because of those sore glutes. So that's told me that, okay, you can have an upper back focused day. You can do your shrugs, your curls, weighted carries, and calves. And then after that, kind of hypertrophy upper back day, bench press volume, tricep and shoulder accessories, along with some core on Thursday. And then Friday, we have our top set again on the pause squats. And then another top set on the deadlifts as well, could be from a deficit, and quad, ham, and glute accessories. So we'll be able to punish those, muscles that we need to bring up in the posterior chain and the quadriceps after our squatting, and we're able to focus on those more. So my goal is going to be to have, for those accessories, I'm going to be doing the Hatfield Bulgarian split squat on Monday and Friday following those top sets, because that's proof that I need to focus on that lift as well to build up my glutes with some quality volume. So like I said, this is really, really sloppy written, jotted out. But I got everything planned out by just simply sitting there and thinking about things that have gone wrong. Or I don't necessarily want to say gone wrong, because fitness is a learning experience. You're always learning something when you design a program. You can never know enough. You're always going to make mistakes. And you can always learn from your mistakes. And you can't just say okay, I made one little mistake in my programming, I have to scrap working out the entire week. Don't do that. Reevaluate what you're doing and look at what happened, whatever those setbacks might be, and say okay, this is what I need to do to get my goal. What do I need to add? What do I need to get rid of? What do I need to spread apart in my programming? And I've realized that on my, days where I squat or do conventional deadlift, I focus on too many accessories on those days. Focusing on that rowing and on those curls and stuff on that particular day is too damn much for me. A, it's using some of the same muscles that you use, especially in the posterior chain, the back, and stuff like that. And B, I'm just overtraining myself. So this is going to be a better reevaluation of the split to keep myself from overtraining, because I'm currently overtraining, and I see that. So, and those days, like I said, after I do the top set on the squat and the deadlift, instead of worrying about the curls and the rows and all that bullshit, I can just focus on the quad, ham, and glute accessories. I can get more volume in those RDLs. I can get more volume in those Hatfield Bulgarian split squats to bring up those glutes. I can get that volume that I need to assist those lifts, and then on Wednesday focus on the rows and the shrugs, curls, and weighted carries, and jazz like that. So you got to look at what you're doing wrong with your workouts and seeing what's working and what's not working, what's making you sore. Um, Sometimes it's a good thing to make a mistake. I'm glad I made the mistake of going ham on those um, Hatfield Bulgarian split squats because I know that's a weakness of mine, and I know that's something that I need to do twice a week. I need to bring out my glute muscles appropriately. So, like I said, never be afraid to reevaluate. Always write out your programming. I didn't start doing it for a while, but it's something I'm gonna keep a habit of now. And like I said, you should always bring a notebook. If you go to like a commercial gym and you don't have a notebook in your gym bag, put a notebook in your gym bag. It can be a powerful tool. You can track your progress. You can write down, okay, I lifted this amount of weight for 8 reps last workout. Let's try and get it for 9 the next workout. It's a powerful tool to have a notebook in your gym bag because you can reevaluate your programming, you can track your progress, and you can, like I said, also track how many sets. You can tell how many sets if you're doing a volume workout. Like let's say you're doing 10 by 3 or something. Well, it can get pretty damn exhausting. Mentally, like counting. You keep track of each set in your head. Write them down. If you're doing something like small VOF, especially, you're doing like 7 sets or 10 sets. It's like okay, I just did it. Was that set 3 or was that set 4? You can jot it off. There's so many advantages to maybe bringing some paper or notebook to the gym with you. So keep that in mind. And like I said, this is a lesson learned and a tip for everybody out there who is maybe having trouble with structuralizing programming and maybe learning from mistakes, which I still do. Like I said, still human at the end of the day, still make plenty of mistakes. So, peace out.